Hello everyone. That's where we're going, and here is where we are starting. So, feel free to comment and like and love and share. And here's your host, Tom Birkenmeyer from fireyourboss.xyz. Not to be confused with the .com, that's different, .xyz. Back on Container Park. So this place is so freaking cool. It's very environmentally friendly. I mean, it's made out of shipping containers, like recycled shipping containers. It's called Container Park. It's kind of new on East Fremont. I totally recommend checking this out when you're in Las Vegas. Lots of good shopping, places to eat. There's even vegan options in there, which is especially cool. And that little praying mantis thing right there at nighttime, that sucker spits out these enormous fireballs, and it looks pretty cool. And there's even a place in there for the kids to play. And after a certain time, it's just adults only. Imagine that. And they have a stage with live music. There's so much going on in this place. It's pretty incredible. So, let's go on down East Fremont, shall we? To West Fremont. This is the market. They just opened this up about a year and a half ago, I want to say. It's a grocery store right across the street from the El Cortez, which is right here. And they focus on organics and clean eating. It's such an awesome friggin' location in the midst of the touristy area of Sin City. To have something like this is so cool. And I'm staying right across the street from it. And along East Fremont, they got, when they renovated this area back in 2007, I believe it was, they put up some nostalgic pieces of Las Vegas. It's pretty neat. And at nighttime, it all glows. They turn on all the neon lights, and it glitters, and it sparkles, and it's really, really beautiful, I think. Making our way down. It'll be a few minutes until we actually get to Viva Vision, which kind of looks like a tunnel. You'll see what I mean when we get there. A lot of you are already familiar with it. So along East Fremont, they got a lot of really cool bars, but like artsy kind of places. They're interesting. They're not run-of-the-mill kind of places. Cafes and places to eat with amazing food. A lot of interesting places around here. While we wait at the stoplight, I'll go into it a little bit. Sunset Club, backstage, billiards. They got live music here, and it's a bar, and it's kind of like a nightclub. It's really interesting. A lot of art inside. And the Commonwealth, lots of art, lots of interesting things inside. And they got a rooftop for different parties and social gatherings. A lot of different craft beers. So the drinks down here is art. The food is art. Everything is really beautiful here in East Fremont. There's a really cool Thai place right there. A lot of good noodle dishes. The Beat. This is an interesting kind of place. Emergency Arts, art galleries, coffee house, vinyl records, design studios. You can freely walk around in this place and just look at whatever interests you and just let your brain be expanded. It's pretty neat. Salon of Beauty. A piano bar, and there's always something new here. They used to have a checks cashed sign that was on backwards, but it was nothing to do with check cashing. It was this interesting store with weird trinkets that you've never seen before. I guess they didn't do too well. I kind of like the place, but we'll see what this new place is going to be. It's American cocktail bar coming soon, the Vault. So we'll see. And this is interesting. This is a video lounge game bar. If it was open right now, I'd show you what it looks like. Just a bunch of video game stations. People go in there to drink and play video games, and they probably have contests and who knows what else. This place was hopping. It was banging last night. Well, when they have it all set up, it actually looks pretty cool and inviting. But that was a hopping place last night, man. Oh my goodness. Checking IDs at the door. People having lots of fun there last night. It was pretty cool to see that. We're getting closer. Party at the Pint. A big pint. They probably serve pints of beer there, I would imagine. Can you imagine that? Yeah, the pink shoe was very cool. I love it, that slipper. I can't remember, was it the glass slipper? It was part of a hotel that's no longer here anymore. Can't remember what it is at the moment. The Grand. They have an amazing pool area. It's like you died and went to heaven. It's kind of Grecian, sort of like Caesar's Palace. These condos are pretty neat. And they only start at 200,000s to 600,000s. Awesome location, right? Looking back from where we came and looking forward to where we're going. Oh, I'm about to show you something that's made a lot of controversy. Once I cross the street, I'll start talking about it now. So this is the heart attack grill. It's been on the news before. I'll spend a minute there once we cross the street. It's kind of, it's sad and hilarious at the same time. Once we get over there, you'll see what I mean. Oh, by the way, this is the intersection of Las Vegas Boulevard, you know, the strip, the famous, world-famous strip, and Fremont. This is where it intersects, right here. So if we take Las Vegas, we're going west right now, so if we turn and go south, in about 3 miles or so, we will hit the famous strip where you got all those mega properties. The best assets in the entire world, in my opinion, are about 3 or 4 miles down from, you know, that direction. The zip line, yeah, I'm going to show you that. If this light ever changes, I guess I could keep talking. God knows I can do that when I've got something to talk about, like I do right now. We'll put it on me while we wait. Just waiting patiently for the damn light. It's going to change. I think it's about to. Yes. All right. Okay, the lights are changing, which means I'm going to get the crosswalk here soon. Here we go. There we go. Can finally cross. You see the very welcoming sign that says, "Welcome to downtown." Welcome to fabulous downtown Las Vegas, Nevada. Similar to the sign that welcomes you to the south side of the strip that everyone's familiar with. So, we're going to start to meet some characters down here. I'll do my best to not be distracted. So anyway, here's the heart attack grill I was telling you about. Many of you have probably at least seen this in the news, because people have come here, they've had a meal, and they die of a heart attack. It has happened. It's put them in the news. That's why it's so controversial. But I actually have more respect for this place than I do probably 99% of the other food establishments in this country, because this place is honest. And I'll show you what I mean by that. So it's on you if you decide to eat here, knowing what you know and what they are blatantly telling you, and you decide to eat here and you develop a health problem, you cannot sue these people. It's out there. So here's something. I am probably the only restaurant, or the only restaurateur in the entire world who is unapologetically telling you that food's bad for you, that it will kill you, and that you should stay away from it. The better move is to go restaurant less rather than to mask what you're really doing. We're living in a state of nutritional denial here. And he also goes on to say, I am saying as loudly and as clearly as any business in America can that our food is dangerous. I openly accept my equal share of blame along with any other restaurant who shoves people full of junk food. We're past the point of no return at the Heart Attack Grill. We have blood in our hands at this point. Signed by the owner. So I'll put it on me, because I cannot emphasize enough how much respect I have for this place. They are so freaking honest. And seriously, what pharmaceutical company, what big food company, what restaurant is going to be honest with you about what they're selling you? They're lying to you. This place, love them. I'll never eat here, but I love them. Let's see, more honesty. World's richest, fattest, best. This is hilarious. Send hate mail to, and there's an address to send hate mail. Alcohol is good for you. woman lighting a cigarette, as seen on TV. World's highest calorie burger, quoted by Guinness Book of World Records as 9,982 calories. Holy shit. That's something. Beer better. Oh, wine in a bag. Why not? World record highest fat ice cream. Wow. Send hate mail to. There's the address. Cash only because you might die before the check clears. That's happened before. Oh, this is good. I haven't seen this one before. No smoking inside. The current governmental regime requires that we post this so as to satisfy their megalomaniac desire to exert control over your forgotten freedoms. Who's forgetting our freedoms? We are. We let the government take our freedoms away from us all the time. I really love this place. I'll never ever eat here, and I recommend you never eat here. Even the owner recommends you don't eat here. They're just so freaking honest. Much respect for them. All other restaurants are pretty much lying to you, and they're getting away with it because you keep feeding them your money so they can keep doing it. Fighting anorexia. Over 350 pounds. Eat free. Holy shit. So let's have fun with obesity. Oh boy. I'm going to hop on the industrial size scale. Let's see how much I weigh right now. 160-ish. Close, 163 I am, at 6 feet even. So if you weigh 350 pounds, you get to eat absolutely free, no gimmicks, unlimited all day, every day. So if you want to die, come here. Come here and blow up to 350 pounds and you can eat for free and just finish yourself off. And they're totally honest. Much love and respect to these people, but I'll never eat here. Okay, moving along. I've spent enough time there. They have amazing craft beer. Yes, Tom, the healthy guy. I'm honest. I love really good beer. There is art in beer. I took advantage of the happy hour yesterday. I had the most incredible $5 micro brew that I've ever had. It was so good. Couscous Mediterranean Cafe. Really good. I've eaten there several times. Amazing food if you like Mediterranean food. Okay, I gotta get this thing focused before I go anywhere else. I think I got it now. Alright, moving right along. Almost had it. This thing is given for you. Hey, Camara. Alright, I think I got it now. Okay, that's what I was trying to show you. It's Mediterranean Cafe. So if you like Mediterranean food and you're in Las Vegas, great place to eat. I've been there several times. Okay. Currently walking under the world's largest slot machine. Yes, Holly, I am totally showing our town. Does that mean that you live in Las Vegas, Holly? Hope you guys enjoyed the Heart Attack Grill segment. I spent some time there because there's a lot of reasons to spend some time there. There's the famous tunnel called Viva Vision. It is the largest LED light display in the entire world. And here's the largest slot machine in the entire world. Slotzilla. There are 2 zip lines attached. I'll go into that more in just a minute. There's some interesting facts about that. I want to cross the street here while the crosswalk is on. I love the mural on the D. This used to be the old Fitzgerald's, and now it's the D of Las Vegas. And I think this is more Las Vegas than the other one was, because look at that. That's totally Las Vegas-like. Passing under... Almost in the shade from the Viva Vision. That's right, Holly, you are in Vegas. I forgot about that. Karen, you're awesome. Maybe I will do it all the time. Well, I gotta get some balance. But anyway, there's Slotzilla, the world's tallest slot machine. And there's also 2 zip lines attached to it. The longer one's actually the longest zip line in the world. So the tallest slot machine with the longest zip line in the world, under the largest LED display in the entire world, which is called Viva Vision. Every night, on the hour, they have these incredible LED light display shows, and they're usually musically oriented, and it's just, this is like the most highest energy block party on planet Earth. There's so much energy here. Pam, you have to go to Vegas. If it's on your bucket list, you have to go. It's a non-negotiable. So do whatever it takes. This is like a tour for you before you get here. It's like Vegas foreplay, right? Vegas foreplay. Yeah, maybe I'll start doing Vegas foreplay videos. I could really run with that. Okay, you ever see the movie Cocktails with Tom Cruise? The fancy stuff they do behind the bar? They do that at several bars here, this being one of them. They have world famous bartenders, and you know, there's probably a different name for what they do because they're much more than a bartender, but they do all that fancy stuff with the drinks here, and it's really incredible. The best of everything is here in Vegas. Even the best bartenders, the best chefs, all the celebrity chefs are out here. Best live entertainers when it comes to music, all the big performers of the day are out here. It's really cool because you can go to just see like any old gig out here, like a concert, a band, even just a local live show, local musicians, and you just never know who's going to show up. Like I went out and saw a local band, just some local musicians, no big deal, and suddenly members of LA Guns and Brides of Destruction is out there, guests playing on some of the instruments. It's like, holy shit, didn't see that coming. How cool is that? You just never know. It happens all the time out here. We have 3 stages on the Fremont experience. The D, the Grand. I'm going to show you this one. It's only a block off of Fremont, but it's really cool. This is the Old Lady Luck, and now it's the Downtown Grand. Beautiful, gorgeous hotel. It's like a 1920s high-end mobster metropolis. That's the theme of it. And the pool area, all the rooms are really nice. The chandeliers throughout the lobby and the casino and all the art. There's a lot of art, really interesting art throughout the entire place. It's really nice. And the pool area is like this Grecian gods and goddess area. It's like you died and went to heaven. The pool there is just unbelievable. Maybe I'll do a live feed on that someday. And then of course there's the Mob Museum down there too. The Mafia pretty much built Las Vegas. Organized crime, right? But they did it in a way where they were incredibly successful, and even though it's more corporately owned now and the mob has been kicked out, a lot of the lessons learned is still applied today, like especially with how to treat people. Like the theme of the mob was make the little guy feel like the big guy. If you want to get rich, you make the little people feel like the big people. So that kind of hospitality and customer service is what makes this place unprecedented, and that's still practiced for the most part. It's still practiced today in this city. So you will feel incredible energy because of stuff like that. It just sets up the whole environment to just be an unbelievable experience. The hospitality capital of the world, along with many other capitals of the world that this place is. The famous Four Queens, the famous Fremont. I love all these facades in front of these buildings. It's so cool. It's another thing, one of many things that makes this place so fucking unique. And not that I recommend eating like this, but if you know where the deals are, they're advertised anywhere. You can get a surf and turf for like $8, $10, $12. I don't know anywhere else in the world you can do that. And not that I recommend it, but it's all over here. See, look at that $8.99 prime rib, $11.99 steak and lobster. Not that I recommend it. I just don't know anywhere else you could go to get that stuff. But you know what? For people like you and me who like to eat healthy, there's so many options here in Las Vegas now. It's like the vegan explosion capital of the world. It's so cool. So there's really no problem finding places to eat really good, clean, healthy food. just have to pay for it. The famous Golden Nugget. This is where the great Steve Wynn got his start. He bought the Golden Nugget back in 1970 something and turned it from what it was into a cash cow. He did so well with his property, and then he bought, basically made a land deal next to Caesar's Palace, purchased a piece of land from there, and built the, what did he do with it? Next to it, he took that, I don't remember how the story goes. I used to know, but I forgot. But anyway, something to do with the cash that he made from the Golden Nugget. He took that, bought a piece of land next to Caesar's Palace, then he sold it back to Caesar's Palace, which Caesar's Palace paid a high premium for that piece of land. And then from with that money and also the cash cow that he turned the Golden Nugget into, he built the Mirage, which is his first mega resort on the Strip. And then once he put the Mirage up, that was basically the beginning of the new Las Vegas on the Strip, where everything went mega casino and went themed and things like that. And so he's like the current pioneer of Las Vegas, where the first pioneer, I guess, could be Bugsy Siegel. Bugsy Siegel took it from an old West town with sawdust on the floors and things like that into, like, he brought Hollywood to Las Vegas and turned it more upscale and diamonds and pink flamingos and things like that. And then I guess the next pioneer after that would have been, well, maybe, of course that was Mafia influence too, which basically is the beginning of building the city for real. And then from there, Mike Hughes, or was it Howard Hughes, the corporate billionaire, I'm not going to get into that story too long, but eventually Steve Wynn came and, you know, a great visionary, turned this place into what it is today. It's pretty cool. Famous Binion's. Binion's Horseshoe. Used to be called Horseshoe, now it just says Binion's on the front, but they still have their facade. I'm not anywhere near Vamps. That's a few miles off of the Strip, certainly a few miles or so away from the Fremont experience. Yeah, Chantel, the Golden Nugget has an incredible pool. It has the water slide, it has the waterfalls, it has the shark tank, so you're swimming with the sharks. It's pretty neat. Slowly making our way down. Some of the street performers and some of the artists are starting to come out. It's not even 10 o'clock a.m. That's amazing. I can't imagine they make much money right now. But at nighttime, this place is pretty loaded with all kinds of talent, street performers, artists of different kinds, and lots of people doing lots of drinking and having lots of fun. So, are you guys enjoying this video so far? There's Vegas Vic, he's kind of famous. At night he lights up and he does this little animated thing. Vegas does live 24/7. You know, they say New York is a city that never sleeps. Bullshit. They have bar time. They're not the city that never sleeps. They do sleep. Las Vegas is, Nevada, the only state that never sleeps. It's 24/7. There's no bar time. New York with the city that never sleeps is just bullshit. It's just flat out not true. They do sleep. Mermaids. I think that's where the Mint used to be. Here's stage number 2, and there's going to be one more stage on the Fremont experience. So, you know, at nighttime there's lots of different options, different music. They had an 80s band last night, a 90s band, and another kind of rock band. I've seen Elvis impersonators on these stages. Famous Pioneer Club. It's famous. It's been there since forever. It's not really what it was before. Now it's a gift shop, but they kept the nostalgia, I guess, of what it used to be. And of course, what is Sin City without a gentleman's club? Glitter Gulch, the topless girls of Glitter Gulch. You have to love it. I have to throw my money there. I love the competitiveness of all these properties just fiercely competing for your dollars, for you to say, come on, I got the best stuff, I got what you really want. And they're all doing it, and it's so cool. I love it. Of course, if you're the type of person where you have no control over yourself and you're going to lose your head, then this is probably the worst place to be, because you'll be homeless before noon. The Las Vegas Club, they just closed this, actually. It's been here for like 70, 80 years or something crazy, and they just closed it. The D of Las Vegas bought it, or the owner of the D of Las Vegas bought it. So, you know, they'll probably do something really cool with it, but it's kind of sad to see this old place that's eventually, I'd imagine, going to be taken down, and, well, it's going to be something else before long. And then here's a piece of history, if there ever was a piece of history. This is the Golden Gate. This is building number 1. Las Vegas was founded in 1905, and this went up in 1906. This is the very first building built, other than like tents and stuff, but the first brick and mortar building. It was originally called Hotel Nevada, then the Apache Club, or Hotel Apache, then I think it was in the 1970s it changed to Golden Gate. But this is the original building. Its address is 1. The phone number, when phones were originally installed, you just dial 1, and that's how you would call this place, dialing 1. And the address is 1. Built in, isn't that cool? I mean, that's some history for you right here, man. Oh, and here's the main stage, stage number 3. And this is also the receiving end of the zip line, longest zip line in the entire world. It goes from a gigantic slot machine that, let's see if I can focus on it, way down there. Starts way down there. The longest zip line in the world, from the tallest slot machine in the world, under the largest LED display in the world called Viva Vision, all the way to right there. And then there's a stage here. Not only have I seen music acts and comedy acts, I've seen aerial acrobatic silk acts from here. It's incredible, all the stuff they can do. And at nighttime, you see these gorgeous stripper girls, like these just beautiful stripper girls dancing on the bar tops here. Strippers on the stage, strippers on the... It's just so cool. It's so high energy. I love it. Only in Las Vegas do you see shit like that. It's so neat. And of course, the famous Plaza. This used to be a train depot. In fact, Las Vegas is here because originally it was a railroad town. They were running a railroad line from Salt Lake City down to I forget where. And they figured this would be a good place to put a train station because of the natural water aquifers here and things like that in Las Vegas, which is Spanish for the meadows. And they put a train depot here. And the railroad tracks still run behind the place, and they're still actively used to this day. There's trains that go on it every day. But it's no longer a train depot or a train station. And the Plaza was put up here in the 1970s, I want to say, or the late 60s. I don't remember which decade, 60s or 70s. And so there you go. There's the Plaza. And look at that. Who else can get away with this? Oscar's Beef, Booze, and Broads. If a restaurant does that anywhere else, they would be scandalous and they'd be out of business and blah, 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 blah. But you can do it here. You can be honest here in Las Vegas and uninhibited. You can be free here. It's pretty neat. And Oscar, by the way, that's Oscar Goodman, the mayor of Las Vegas, or former mayor. Now his wife is the mayor of Las Vegas today. The Goodmans are very popular here. Oscar Goodman started out as a defense attorney for the mafia here in Las Vegas. And he loves this place so much he became mayor. And he's done some really great things. He's popular. He's from what I can tell, a pretty cool guy. And he's an honest man. He's a mayor of a city where he openly has a martini every day on the job in his office as mayor. And he's surrounded by Las Vegas showgirls and strippers, and he has a good time. But he gets shit done too. He actually accomplishes stuff, and he does all these things. Now, if that happens anywhere else in any other city, scandal. And they have to apologize till the end of time, and then they lose their job, they get impeached, they get kicked out, thrown out of all these other things, and they're trying to hide under. Like, they all do it. Let's get real. Like, they're human beings. They just can't be honest about it. So, like, like you have to lie to be a mayor in any other place, or to be in politics in any other place. You got to be a fucking liar. But here, you can openly do it all, and it's celebrated. It's one thing I love about this city. Holly, I will be here until tomorrow night. I fly out late tomorrow night. By the way, Holly, if you happen to be in the Fremont area, just, well, FB inbox me, Facebook inbox me. So I'm going to go back up the other way since I have time. I think this thing allows up to an hour, and I'm not really doing anything in the morning. So I've got time to do this. It's such fun. And feel free to comment about stuff. Now that I've pretty much talked about everything, I'm just going to walk back from where I came, and I'll read the comments more closely. Actually, I'll pause here while I read up on the comments to see if there's anything I want to comment on. I see lots of comments, so I don't want to miss anything. Cool graffiti, shoe. Yes, I remember seeing all the zip line. Am I naked? Yes, Diana, I am totally naked. My dick is out, and no, I'm just kidding. I'm just shirtless. I have pants on. My girlfriend was killed on a trip. It was on TV. The rapper shooting a few years back. She was Karen, I am so sorry. I don't know if you're still on. You left that comment a long time ago. I'm just not reading it. So sorry to hear about that. See what else is there. Reject that phone call. I'll see what that was there. Move to this. Yeah, camera, maybe. Yeah, I should. I should do this at night when the bands are playing. Yeah, I think it would be fun to do this. I don't know for sure what I'm doing yet this evening, but if I can't, think I would do this tonight. Absolutely. Seattle? I don't know, Karen. We'll see. I never really thought about Seattle much. From the Hard Rock Cafe Resort, or the 10-minute drive, I'll strip water, cup of water, that's way bar. You're very welcome, Marianne. You need vacation, Diana? Well, you should come out. Okay, cool. I'm all caught up in the comments. If I missed any, feel free to. So since I've already watched down this entire thing, and I pretty much talked about everything, I'm a little more quiet unless you guys comment. I'll just back before I close the video off for now. The comment things. Questions. To know about something, or pan to the left, or pan to the right. You can tell me what to do, and I will do it. Depending on what to do. Or pan up, or pan behind to show where we've come, or to look forward to show where, or if you want me to zoom in on something like that, kind of, there we go. Or to zoom out, anything you want me to do. I see my friend Sarah Ackerman has joined. I want to show you something that she made for me. It's beautiful. You've seen it in my videos. That's compliments of Sarah Ackerman. Thank you, Sarah. Isn't that beautiful? And if you guys want one of those, she does different colors and different styles. You can Facebook private message her about it, and she will make you one, and you will love it, I promise. I know what I can talk about. So the life lessons here. Here's what I get out of this more than anything. There's, okay, two things. One, Las Vegas is a city where it's like, okay, we're going to unleash the best visionaries the world has ever seen, and we're going to tell them to dream up these things, and we're not going to give them parameters to work inside. We'll figure it out. Dream it first, and we will figure it out second. So when you have that kind of a mindset, this is good for life, not just the building of Las Vegas, but when you have this mindset of, I'm going to freely daydream about what I desire, what I want the most, and then I'm going to figure it out second. You're not giving yourself these confines and these parameters to work with. You're giving yourself permission to dream as big as you can, and then you're going to figure out how to make it happen. And that's how you learn. I mean, you're like forced to learn to solve problems. And here's what every other city does, and here's how most people live their lives, which is a shame. But you're like, okay, here's the parameters, here's the budget, here's my available time, here's my finances, whatever. I'm going to dream within that. And then if you dream within that, you're shrinking your brain. You're not expanding. You're not learning anything new. You're not challenging yourself. You're not going to grow. You're going to shrink and you're going to die. So don't do that. That's one of the big life lessons out here in this entire city. And that's why this place has figured out so much. I mean, think about it. This is the middle of an unforgiving Mojave Desert. A city, a town is not supposed to exist here. But not only does it exist here, this place is visited more than any other place in the entire world. There's more tourists here than anywhere. And it was, I think, 2002 or 2003, it surpassed Disney and Mecca. And there's over 2 million people who live here. They thrive. They figured out the water problem. They figured out the heat problem. They figured out so many things. Because they dreamed first, they figured it out second. And that's a great way to live life, not just building a city. And then here's, oh, congratulations, Sarah. You made 20 of them last night for an order. Cool. Well, I hope you get a few more orders from what I just genuinely plugged in just now. But here's the second big lesson that I can think of off the top of my head in Las Vegas. So like you walk up and down the strip, whether it's Fremont or Las Vegas Boulevard, and you see two different kinds of people asking for money. There's the first kind, and in no particular order, but there's the first kind of people asking for money that have a sob story. And this isn't to judge them, by the way, so don't take it that way. But they have a sob story. They lost everything, down on their luck, or maybe they were really honest, hard workers, but they lost their job because of whatever happened in the economy. Who knows? But point being, they have a sob story in exchange for asking for your money. And then there's the other type of people that are asking for your money that are providing some kind of perceived value, whether it's a music act, a comedy act, a human tricks that they do with their bodies, or, you know, whatever the case may be, singers, musicians. There's all kinds of really talented people, artists, and, you know, they'll sculpt your face out of clay and do these paintings or whatever. So they're giving a perceived value in exchange for your money. The beggars with the sob story that have no value, or, you know, they're not providing any value in exchange for money, they hardly ever get tipped, ever. It's insane. And then the ones that are sharing or providing a perceived value for money, they're getting tips all day long. And then there's kind of a third category. There's people that are working hard, doing their best, trying to provide a perceived value, working super hard, you know, not just give me money for nothing, but they're trying to produce something for money, you know, work for money. And they'll work all day and maybe get $5, $10. And that's because there's no perceived value, but God bless them for trying, and that's a start. Then it's like you just improve upon it. That's a life thing. Like, let's say you try to go off on your own as an entrepreneur, and you suck at first, because everybody does. But then it's like, okay, this is all just feedback. What can I learn so that I can get better? And I'm going to scale up on what is working and ditch what isn't working. So it's like the people here that are working really hard, trying to provide a value, not asking for free handouts, but they're doing something, whether it's singing or playing an instrument or being an artist, but they're just making chicken scratch. It's like, I hope that every one of them decides, okay, this is all feedback. What can I do to provide more of a perceived value so I make more money? To scale up on that. So that's a pretty cool thing. It's a starting place. And then there's some people down here that are just so incredible. They got their skill, their art, their craft, their talent, whatever, so finely crafted in a way that's a perceived value by other people that people cannot throw their money at them fast enough, and they're making a killing out here. It's just incredible to see all the different shades of talent and perceived value, and how people respond with their money or walk on by with their noses in the air. It's just so incredible, and it really is a level playing field. It doesn't matter if you're black or white, male, female, young, old. If you're exchanging no value and trying to get money for nothing, you don't get much here. If you're working on providing a perceived value, but you're just not very good at it yet because you just started, then you're going to be paid according to it. And as you get better, you make more money as you provide more of a perceived value. It's really cool. It's like money is the ultimate equalizer. It's such a shame that so many otherwise good people have a negative energy towards money. But when you think about it, the color green is the ultimate equalizer. It's not racist, it's not bigoted, like people can be. It's not any of those things. It is completely fair and really gives people an opportunity to work on their skills that provide perceived value. That's pretty cool. So anyway, those are the two big lessons I get from this city. Dream first, figure it out second, and when asking for money from other people, give them a perceived value for it. Don't ask for it for nothing or for a sob story. Absolutely, Pam, and every person has the ability to scale up and learn to provide more value and not just rest on whatever level of value providing they're at. We can always get better, and we should. We should always grow. Everyone can grow, and we should. But most of us don't because we're too busy dreaming inside of these stupid parameters about what our current situation is, our current scenario of life. Grow. That's how your brain expands. Those are the life lessons of Las Vegas. If you walk around here and you observe with interest and you pay attention to that stuff, there's so many incredible life lessons here that you can apply to life, everyday life. Pam, I'm glad you appreciate the advice. All right. Ali, great day for a dip in the pool, man. Facebook me. FB inbox me. While we wait, show where we've come from and where we're going. There's an icon everybody recognizes, the stratosphere. Okay, let's cross. I'm going to turn this thing off in a minute. Cool. I see a woman caressing her boobies right here. I'm not going to put the camera on it, but interesting for me to see. Oh, by the way, that's another thing I love about this city is that like if you're a woman, you can be topless here. You just have to have little pasties over your nipples. Some people are egregiously offended by that, but you know what? I don't think there's anything offensive by the natural human form. I think people make it offensive in their mind, but that's another discussion for another day. I personally love the fact that you can celebrate, for the most part, you can celebrate nudity out here openly, publicly, and it can be a beautiful, beautiful thing. All right, I'm going to turn this off here. I think I'm going to turn it off right here with the view of East Fremont. I think I'm going to get in the shade and say one last word before I do turn this off, actually. Go back a little bit where I came from. Oh, cool. Somebody jogging, practicing fitness. Love it. I ran a 5K yesterday. Out here is awesome. Okay. Alright, to close off this video, if you're just now joining, I basically went up and down the entire Fremont experience. Lots of cool things I showed you guys. And I made some really awesome talking points, and I shared some history with you about this place because I know a lot of history about this place. And I shared some incredible life lessons. So feel free to go back and watch this. This is a live feed. Facebook is very good at archiving these and saving these. So as soon as I click the finish button, it'll be available in like less than a minute for you to go back and watch if you missed it. Or if you did see it and you want to watch it again, go for it. And my website, again, is fireyourboss.xyz, not .com, .xyz. It really does exist. XYZ is real. Just go there. I'll prove it to you. My big, beautiful website will load, fireyourboss.xyz. Enjoy the day. Feel free to share this. And you're very welcome for the tour, Pam, and everyone else. Take care. Bye for now. I may do this again later this evening when things are lit up more, because it's like a.m. now, kind of quiet, or you know, quiet for Vegas. But I may do this again later tonight when things are lit up more and there's more stuff going on. So bye for now. Love you. Mwah. And the multiplication tables. You take care too, Eileen. Bye for now.